Welcome to the Puck and Pigskin Podcast, presented by Belly Up Sports. Just great sports fans talking mostly about hockey and football, sprinkled with a bit of everything else. Now, here's your host, a Flames fan with a Golden Knights backup plan, Jason Bizik.
All right, joining me now is 2019 CFL West All-Star and 2019 CFL All-Star from the Saskatchewan Roughriders, Mr. Shaq Evans. Shaq, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Just got
up. So, are you in Cali right now? That's where you are?
Yeah, I'm in California.
Yeah. So, just gonna run down here. You played college football, UCLA for the Bruins. Interesting fact: my cousin and me, when we were kids, we used to actually pretend that we played for the Bruins as well, which is weird for kids growing up in Regina, Saskatchewan. But
yeah,
our parents found us some UCLA sweatpants and sweatshirts from somewhere. I have no idea where, so we always pretended we played for the Bruins.
That's random.
So you're drafted by the New York Jets in the 4th round in 2014, and of course we got the draft going on right now. What's it like being in an NFL draft?
It's just a lot of anxiety, really, anticipation, and just you're not knowing, and just it's just a bunch of unknowns because you don't know. You hear things, you hear, oh, you're 2nd round, your 3rd round, or your 5th round. You hear those things, but sometimes you go way lower than expected, and sometimes you go way higher than expected. So it's just crazy because you hear so many things from different teams. Oh, we like you, this and that. But at the end of the day, you don't know what's going to happen. So unless you're one of those, top guys, like surefire top 5 picks or 1st round picks, you don't really know where you're going to end up and what round you're going to end up in. Because I've seen guys have 2nd round grades end up in a 5th, 6th round, and guys with 5th, 6th round grades end up in the 3rd round. So it's just a bunch of unknowns. That's the biggest takeaway from it from my experience.
Yeah. So as a guy coming out of college in the NFL draft, was there a team that you wanted to go to at that time?
At that time, that's been 7 years. I'm trying to think. I don't think I had a specific team. I know
no?
probably one of the things I was thinking at that time was I just want to play with a good quarterback because I never really played with just a pure passing quarterback at any level of my career. So that's probably what I was hoping for.
Yeah. So then you suffered a shoulder injury then, and were waived by the Jets the next year. Then signed with Jacksonville practice squad, then released, and you went through this a few times.
Yeah.
The NFL is a weird beast in how they do things with the signing to practice squads and releasing and stuff. It's a lot different than the CFL, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot different. I mean, it changes weekly, honestly, sometimes daily. Sometimes they'll bring in a guy on, Monday, and he'll practice Tuesday or Wednesday, and then you won't see him the rest of the week. And you just wonder, what happened? And then it'll be a whole new guy. So it's crazy. It's so much, it's so much anxiety on a daily basis for a practice squad player because any day could be your last day, and you never know when it's coming because they might just have a team need. Somebody on the active roster might get hurt, a linebacker, and they need to bring in another linebacker. So they're well, they'll take probably most likely the newest guy they sign, and then just get rid of them. So you could literally been there for a day or two, and then you're gone. So it's crazy, definitely.
Yeah, so then I guess you signed with the New England Patriots practice squad at one point. Now in your mind, you're thinking, man, I'm going to be playing with Tom Brady. What went through your mind when you signed with the practice squad for the Patriots?
That's the main thing was just I get to meet Tom Brady. I get to meet this legend, and that was the main thing. And then but that was an example of what I was talking about. I got let go within a week. I was there a week and I got let go because they needed another linebacker. So they got rid of me to bring in the linebacker, and the linebacker that they brought in was a guy that I drafted with me with the Jets. So it was super ironic. Like, wow. So now I'm getting
Oh,
replaced
wow.
by my former draft classmate 3 years later. So yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Hmm.
So then in 2018, you signed with the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Now the biggest fan base in any sports team in the world, probably. What
Hey,
did
I've
you?
seen them
What were?
everywhere.
Yeah, what were your thoughts when you when the Riders came after you?
Uh, well, honestly, I just was like, where is that? I had never heard of that
You
place
had no
before.
idea.
I had no idea where it was. I mean, obviously, I knew it was in Canada, but like most, like people that's not too, informed on Canada, all we know is the like Vancouver and the Toronto. That's all we really know. So it's like we don't really know anywhere else. So to hear Saskatchewan, I'm just like, wow, where is that? And I looked it up, found out where it was, and then and I was just happy to have the opportunity to play football again. So I was all for it, and I couldn't wait to get up there. And then when I got up there, I'm just like, wow, it's really a different place.
Yeah. So when did you arrive in Saskatchewan? Was it winter or summer or spring?
No, summer, yeah, May
Okay.
2018, right before training camp up in Saskatoon.
um, so in 2019, you had a hell of a season. 72
Hmm.
catches for 1,334 yards. CFL All Star, CFL West All Star. Um, so tell me what it's like playing in the new stadium in front of all those fans. Have you played in the new stadium?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah. It
would have played in
was.
the
I
new.
think the first year was 27. I was played there the second
Yeah, you
season.
played
That was my
there.
first year. Yeah, so yeah, it's crazy. It's always packed. Normally, like maybe if we play like a random Thursday night game, it might not be packed because people have work and stuff. But usually, if it's on the weekend, it's going to be packed, and those fans are crazy. They come out there and they support every game, and after the games, no matter how long it takes me to get ready, there's going to be like at least 30, 40 people outside still waiting, to get your autograph, take pictures, talk to you. So yeah, I really love the fans. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming because, like, especially my first year, because I wasn't used to that, so I had to get used to it. But it's all love, and I love the passion that they have, and it definitely helps us on game day when we're playing at home, just having their energy.
Yeah, no kidding. My cousin and I used to be big CFL fans when I lived in Regina with him, and we were those kids that always hung out at Taylor Field. And
Mm.
you don't know Taylor Field, but
Nah, I don't know Taylor
that's
Field.
where the Riders
I've
used to
heard things
play.
about it. I've heard things about it from players like Naaman Roosevelt. He was there for a couple of years. He played at Taylor Field for like I think 1 or 2 years. And he
Yeah,
tells
yeah,
me stories about
Roosevelt.
it. He said he used to rock the same. Like they pack in every game, but it was just like sometimes it was just I guess sometimes on the field level it was like a little like a hill on the like on the field. So it was just he said they definitely need a new stadium, but he definitely has some good memories there.
Yeah, yeah, definitely some good memories there.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned that you're down in Cali, doing some
Mm-hmm.
training. I just gonna pop up a little video. This is a video you shared on your story yesterday of you training.
Yeah.
This is some intense training.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
trains like this, but I could probably barely
yeah, it's
do that on
definitely
2 feet, and you're doing it on one.
yes, that was
Like
this
that
guy
right there
Mike
is
Mike
crazy. What's that ball weigh?
yeah, Mike Nguyen just 20 pounds. Yeah, just 20 pounds.
Just 20 pounds. That's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
he
some
he
intense
definitely challenged
balance
me
training.
daily basis. Yeah, yeah, that's one of his main things, is core strength and balance. Like we do some form of it pretty much every day. And
And then
it used to because I wasn't so good at it at first though. So it's definitely a
I also
product of a
got
lot of hours.
Yeah, no kidding. I also got up here. See if I can get this on there. This is also some shots. This is from your Instagram. Look how ripped you are, dude.
Oh
Crazy.
yeah.
You are
Yeah,
definitely
man.
ready for some football, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm
Def
definitely ready. So if they let me out of the cage, it's gonna be another great season for myself and for our team.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit, if you can, or what you can talk about the CFL season,
Yeah.
whether it's going or not going. We've been through the ringer a couple times, and them saying that they're gonna play a bubble season, then they're gonna do this and that. What are your feelings right now? You're probably a little bit frustrated, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely frustrating. I feel like there's like, especially, I mean, I know it's, I guess the cases and stuff are a little on the rise up there, so I guess that's a big factor. But it's just frustrating because I live here in the States and we have leagues that are going, like Arena League is getting ready to start, and leagues that I feel are smaller than the CFL, but they're able to to get going, and they're just they're more transparent with their play. Like they know exactly what's going on. It's like just the main thing we just want is just complete transparency, just hard facts instead of these tentative dates and stuff like that, because it's like, well, people are working and stuff like that, so we can't, like, people still like have to work, and they don't want to stop working and then start training and then end up with nothing because people still have to make money. So it's definitely frustrating because everybody's not in the same situation, and uh, but we at this point I really don't know what to say about it because we really don't know anything. All we know is that they
Yeah.
told us that we will report July 2nd, and then we'll quarantine for a week like and then we'll start training camp on July 10th, and training camp will end July 31st, and then we'll start the season August 5th, and that's all we know right now. And it depends on three things: obviously, government and provincial health departments approving the back to play plans, and things like that, and obviously, yeah, that's pretty much the main thing that we have to depend on. I guess it has nothing to do with the CFL anymore, but they pretty much told us like it's a tentative date, nothing's set in stone. So when they did announce it last week, I mean, I got excited, but it's still some apprehension to fully get excited because we've been through this before. So I didn't want to get too hyped up because a lot of us are just itching to get back up there. So I just want to make sure before I go too crazy and get too happy that it's set in stone. So hopefully we'll get something set in stone within the next month and a half.
Yeah, that's one thing that a lot of fans are frustrated with too, is the CFL, rather than coming out and kind of keeping everybody in the loop, they're kind of sporadic. They come out every, month or two and
Yeah,
say,
every
this is
year.
what's happening. But
Yeah,
what are your
it's
thoughts
yeah,
on
that's
the whole XFL CFL partnership thing?
yes. I mean, it's hard to have any thoughts because again, we don't know anything about it. Like they came out
Yeah,
one day out of the blue and just said, "Oh, there's a we're in talks," and then there's all these reports of a potential merger or potential partnership or whatever. So we don't know anything about what they're talking about. We don't know if it's a
yeah,
merger, if they're going to front us some money to help us have this season and then combine later. We don't know what's going on. So we're just waiting to hear. And that was about when they first announced that. That was like 6, 7 weeks ago. So yeah,
yeah.
we haven't heard anything else since then, really, honestly, that means anything. So we're still waiting on some info on what they're talking about. So it's just
Do
like I
you?
said, that's the frustrating part, just not knowing anything.
Yeah. So there's a lot of talk about, or a lot of ideas flying around, that it's a potential merger, and that we could merge with the XFL and be 16 teams, et cetera, et cetera. Do you think that would be an interesting idea to merge with the XFL and kind of play both sides of the border?
Yeah, I think that would be interesting, but I just I know one of the big concerns is it going to be 4 down football or 3 down football,
Yeah.
and and that's what I fear because I don't want them to. I know Canadians love their 3 down football because it's what separates them from American football, the different rules and things like that. So I wouldn't want to see a change to 4 down football. Um, I would like to see it 3 down football. Maybe they could come up with a way where if you play in the States, it's 4 down. If you come up here, 3 down, or
Yeah.
maybe the winner of the Canadian part plays the winner of the American part, and then they switch off each year, whether it's 4 down or 3 down. I don't know, but I think
Yeah.
it
There's a
could
lot
be
of stuff
interesting.
flying around.
I know they've tried this before in the early '90s, I guess, with the American part and the Canadian part. 'Cause I know the Baltimore team won a Grey Cup or something like that. So,
Yeah.
but I think it could be interesting as long as they just have a solid plan and can appease both sides because Canadians still want their 3 down football. I feel like.
Yeah. So you mentioned the COVID restrictions up here being tighter and the cases going up. What's it like where you are? I'm not sure what they're like in Cali there. Is everything wide open or?
Yeah, it's opening up each and every week. Is we're entering the different tiers. I think the levels are red, orange, yellow, green, or something like that. But I know we're in like the second to last tier where it's fully open because amusement parks are back open. Disneyland just opened back up yesterday,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
so it's yeah, it's definitely looking up here. Like it's almost back to normal. Like restaurants are open, people eating inside. Still gotta wear your mask and everything, but it's definitely loosening up here. Much different than it was just 6 months ago.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to see things loosening up there, and hopefully things loosen up here and we can get you guys back on the field.
Yeah, man. I hope so. Because we're all dying to play and get back out there. We miss each other. You miss your teammates and things because usually you go maybe a few months without seeing them. Six months, not almost
Yeah.
2 years. So it'll definitely be an
Yeah.
interesting dynamic and feeling when we do get back together and see people we haven't seen, like I said, in 2 years. Because I haven't seen any of my teammates since that last playoff game we played.
Yeah, that's crazy. You guys keep in
Yeah.
touch at all through video chat or anything?
Yeah, keep through text messages. Like I talk to Swerve a lot, and I talk to Naaman every now. He's not my teammate anymore, but he was for 2 years. I talk to Naaman every now and then, and Cody every now and then. He's supposed to be coming out here in a few weeks. So we'll probably get some work together on the field, catch some passes from him for the first time since the playoff
Yeah.
game. So definitely got to get our chemistry back. So.
Yeah, it's going to be great to get you guys back again, and let's hope everything goes to CFL's plan. And thank you very much for taking your time out of your day to talk to me. It looks very sunny there, so I'll let you go enjoy the rest of
Yeah,
your day.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Shaq. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, now I'm joined by 2006 CFL West All-Star, 2007 Grey Cup champion, Mr. Matt Dominguez from the Saskatchewan Roughriders. How are you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I am doing great. It's a little chilly and ugly here, but not bad. How's the weather there?
Yeah. I'm not envying you at all with that. It's great here.
You're in Saskatchewan, right?
Well, I was in Saskatchewan. I'm now in Texas.
Oh, wow.
Texas, yes, sir. North Dallas.
It's probably much nicer there than here then.
Definitely.
So you played your college football at Sam Houston State in Huntsville, Texas. Tell me what it's like playing college football in Texas, because I know college football is a huge deal in the States, let alone Texas. What's it like playing college ball in Texas?
You know, it's I always liken it to in Saskatchewan, you know, it's hockey. In Canada, it's hockey. It's the primary sport. And in
Yep.
Texas, it's the primary sport times 10. Everybody goes and has their team and supports their team. And so, you know, I went to a FCS school, Sam Houston, and yeah, we were good. You know, everybody's at the games, and it was awesome to be able to play, you know, at that kind of level in the Southland Conference.
So watching movies like Friday Night Lights and stuff like that, is that what it's really like?
So it on the high school level, it's really like that. I actually would say that it's that now it's more it's probably better now. There's you know, in my high school when we played our rival, there was almost 7,000 people at our high school game, right?
Wow.
And when I was coaching in Regina, the first high school game I coached, it might have been 200 people at the game. And it was like a culture shock to me. And so, but now because well, not COVID times, but prior to COVID times, you know, everybody would pack the stadiums to watch football. It'd just be high school.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to high school in Regina at Miller, and at games they would have a couple hundred people maybe.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Yeah, I coached at Riffle. I coached at Riffle for 3 years.
Oh, boo! No. So you were originally signed by the Denver Broncos as an undrafted free agent in 2002, or was it 2001? I thought it was 2001, but maybe it was 2002. Wikipedia says 2002.
That was 01.
Yeah, it was 01. That's what I thought. Stupid Wikipedia.
You older.
Yeah. So you played 12 games there. You got 3 catches for 27 yards that first year. Who was the quarterback there then?
When I played, the starting quarterback was Brian Greasy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you signed with the Riders. What was that?
This is just a long time ago.
Yeah, no kidding. Way long ago.
Yeah.
You signed with the Riders in 2003, rack up over 1,000 yards. Then you went to the Jets in 2004. Cut at the end of training camp. What was it like going to an NFL club? Like, I know they do things a lot different down there when they kind of sign you to practice rosters and where they're allowed to release you whenever. And
yeah, it was a really good experience. You know, a bunch of guys vying for jobs, really, right? You're there auditioning for a job, and so to be one of the to possibly be one of the people that can make that team. You know, I went to Saskatchewan for the whole purpose was to get back to the NFL, and so I got my opportunity, and it just kind of did not work out because of
in 1 mile. Keep left to I-35 north.
I had already played so much at Denver that could be put back on the practice roster.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my next questions. You mentioned there, was it always the goal to go to the NFL or?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I love Saskatchewan. It was great. A lot of great things happened, but I never grew up wanting to play for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. You know, I grew up wanting to play in the NFL, right? And the Riders have always treated me well, but the goal at that time was to get back to the NFL.
So at that time, did you even know about Saskatchewan? Because I just talked to Shaq Evans, and Shaq, when he was signed with the Riders, he had no idea where Saskatchewan even was.
I might have had maybe one step further than him. I knew about the CFL. I knew about Toronto and Calgary only because of Doug Flutie, and I had heard of the Saskatchewan Roughriders, but I couldn't tell you one player, one area. I couldn't tell you anything about the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
So tell me about the first time when you arrive in Saskatchewan. Is it a shock?
Well, my transition was a little bit different. I had just gotten married a month prior.
Oh, I think there we go.
Me and my wife drove from Texas to Regina, and you know, as we drove in, it was like, okay, there's a Walmart, there's a McDonald's. Okay, I think we can make it. I think it'll be okay.
As long as you know where Walmart and McDonald's is, you're good.
Exactly. Look, I told my wife, like, that was one of the most reckless decisions we made, because I could have been cut. Like, I could have, anything could have happened. I didn't make the team. Now we got to drive all the way back.
Chances are, if you're getting drafted by an NFL team, you can probably make it in CFL.
Yeah,
So
it worked out well that way.
Yeah. So then you end up back with the Riders in 2004, and in 2005 you tear a ligament after only playing 2 games. What did you think then? Like, your season's gone there. Must have been a tough road back. It was. Tell us about that.
Every time that I've torn a ligament in my knee, it was always the very first question I always asked was, why now? Was why and why now, right? And then I was upset for a while, and then I decided, okay, it's time to rehab. So time to get back at it. That's literally what I did in 05. Then again in 07. That was my mindset was, I can sit and mope or I can work hard, and that's what I did.
Well, you must have done a hell of a job, because in 2007 you had a hell of a season and won a Grey Cup. So
we did. That was a really good team. That was a bunch of guys in their prime. It was awesome.
That was a pretty solid team. So 2009 you get released. Right before you are due a bonus payment by the CFL, I believe. I read about this somewhere previously. I can't remember where. Has it always been in the mind of players that the CFL has been a struggling league, or not really?
No, it's not really a thing at that time. You kind of know going into it that it's a business, right? It's a business scenario, and I knew as a person coming off an injury with a significant bonus coming, that they weren't going to pay me that bonus. I never had that money cashed in my bank account. I knew they were going to cut me prior. And sometimes that people put those types of incentives and benchmarks in their contracts so that the individual football teams have to make those types of decisions, right? You do that to be ahead of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so no, I wouldn't think that it was a struggling league. I know that a big portion of the Americans see it as a stepping stone, but no, it's football. If you want to play football, you can continue to play football as long as you're good enough.
Yeah. So tell me your thoughts on the whole CFL XFL partnership. I know you guys don't know a whole lot about it, neither do us as fans. You think they could potentially be there in a partnership?
Well, I think when it comes to those types of scenarios, I think the devil is in the details. I think you actually have to see what's going to be the incentive base. Is it going to be gate driven? Is it going to be a scenario where you're sharing the money of the online streams and maybe even the television deals, right? Like, those things have to be worked out to be beneficial. If it just comes down to nuts and bolts of football, that'll work. But I think that the bigger thing has to do with what's the revenue sharing going to be with the individual clubs, XFL clubs, and then what are the players going to get out of it, right? Once those things can be handled, then you can get a better idea if it's even going to work out or not.
Yeah. And so, of course, we are hit hard here by COVID, and the numbers seem to be rising, which has a lot of future CFL plans in doubt. What's it like where you are now? What's it like in Texas?
Texas it's opening up. I mean,
it is.
Here it's like optional to wear masks into places. They ask you to wear masks, but you actually don't have to wear masks into places. Now, here in this society, though, like, they've got vaccinations everywhere. Like, you can get your vaccinations everywhere now. I took my son to get his vaccination the other day, and there was 20 open spaces that no one was in getting a vaccination. So it's different when you've got an overflow of actual shots to give people, and less people to actually go get those shots. So everything's opening up. People are going out. Restaurants, like it hasn't really stopped us from doing anything. Like I said, I just came from my daughter's basketball game. There was probably 200 people watching this game. Like, it hasn't stopped anything.
And how was it? Was it a win?
It was not a win. I'm going to be honest, but it was great effort because they're listening to me talk.
Well, that's good. Dad level expert.
Hey, I'm telling you, I've been at this for a little bit here.
So what's your favorite memory from playing in the CFL? Obviously the Grey Cup. Besides the Grey Cup, what's your favorite memory from the CFL, like a play or whatever?
You know, I had a play that ended up. Well, I guess one of the favorite memories of me was we had a game in 2007 where it was rain delayed. All right, we were playing against Edmonton at home at the old Taylor Field, and a storm came in. It was lightning and it was rain delayed, and we went back into the locker room as it continued to rain, and the lights went out, the power went out in the whole place.
Yeah, I remember that game.
There you go. So we came back out. We were losing. We came back out, and I had a big game. I think it was like 170 yards or something.
Yeah.
And we ended up winning. We came back and we won the game. But the memory that I have was when we came back out, it was like half the stands were still there. And I thought that was awesome. I thought that was awesome that most people stayed for the game. They didn't care about the weather, and they saw the big comeback. And I actually met people later on that had left and were sick that they didn't stay, because that's like a history game. You'll never get a game like that back.
Never leave. You never leave.
No, you never leave.
Yeah, that's the Rider fan base for you. They'll sit in the rain, and they're everywhere. It's me as a Stampeders fan, sorry to say, but it's annoying.
Nobody's perfect, dude.
So you're in Texas now, but you're still living in Regina, right?
No. I live in Texas. I've moved home.
Oh, you're gone now. Okay.
Yeah, I moved home.
My sister told me that she actually lived in the same apartment complex as you, and you had a landscaping company or something there.
Yeah, real estate company.
Oh, real estate. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's always real estate, eh?
Yeah, that's what it is, man. I'm telling you.
All right. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to me today. I know you're on the go there, dadding and all kinds of stuff, and
That's right. That's right. That'll never stop. So.
Yeah, no kidding. So, yeah, hi to the family there. Hi, family, and take it easy down there in Texas.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
Everyone is looking at me. Time is running and we're down by 3. Look inside yourself, what do you see? The pain is in your mind, no, nothing stops me. Everyone is looking at me. Heart is pounding and we're down by 3. Look inside yourself, I know what I see. Do you have the guts to do it for me? Gonna sweat, gonna work, we're gonna burn, it's gonna hurt.